Why do people fold over in half on fentanyl? It's called the fentanyl fold. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You are bent in half, they're standing up, they look like a zombie. And the reason they're like this is because of what it does. So, fentanyl releases a massive amount of dopamine in your brain. It does a lot when it hits all your opioid receptors, but it also targets your central nervous system. So, your breathing has went way down, your heart rates went way down, everything in your whole central nervous system, blood pressure has went way down. So they will end up folding over. Now they don't fall over because they are still somewhat coherent and conscious. If you ever talk to anybody who is on fentanyl or a powerful opiate and they start to use a little too much of it, they'll snap out of this and be able to talk to you. And the next thing you know, they'll go back into the whole nod out factor. But the unfortunate thing is because of what it's doing to their central nervous system, that means that they're highly addicted. They're using a massive amount to get to that point. It can be right before you end up going into an OD for in a lot of cases, because how you OD on fentanyl and opiates is the opiate itself will bond over your brain receptors that detect CO2 in your blood. So if it tells your brain to breathe, that's where the subconscious breathing essentially comes from. Those get covered over and you're not detecting the CO2 in your blood, so you end up suffocating to death. You can tell because people start to have like a gurgling, snoring sound to them when they are going into an OD. Narcan is something that can help, though. Again, I share for educational purposes only. When it comes to addiction, it is insanity at the finest. There's no right or wrong way of getting sober, whether it's going to inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment therapy. Therapists, download Sunflower Sober. It's tagged down below. Link is in the bio. Man, start journaling, start tracking your days of sobriety, understand addiction, start learning about your urges and cravings. Talk to Sam, your 24-hour sponsor. Get help, man, because it's a hard fight, man, but you're fighting for your life. Who knows? Maybe you'll go to an NA meeting, you'll go to an AA meeting, go to a doctor, a psychiatrist, psychologist, get on the right meds, and find out what works for you. There's no right or wrong way of getting sober. It's your way of getting sober, one day at a time, and you got this.